My name is Jenny. I run an investment company and we renovate houses. We make houses that need a lot of work and we turn them into a very nice rental property. There's a lot of things that everyone can do to renovate a house. It's really just dependent on what kind of imagination you have and what the potential the house has. In this case, we just found this house in a very nice neighborhood. You can tell that the neighbors are maintaining the house very well, and the house itself is located in a cul-de-sac, which is great because it means it's a very quiet location. The house needs a lot of work, and that's what we do, and we love houses that need a lot of work. The goal of the project is to renovate this house. We hope that at the end of the project, we'll be able to find a nice family to move in to enjoy the house. Now let's go inside. The living room is actually very bright. This is probably one of the better conditioned houses that we got. It already has hardwood floor. Now the hardwood floor probably needs a lot of work, but that's okay. We're gonna see how much we can salvage. If not, we'll change it to a quality laminate floor and the house will look beautiful either way. The living room opens very nicely into the dining area, and right here you can already see a very beautiful open kitchen. That's something that we love about this house because you don't have to do much of the change, and usually we spend a lot of time and money on the kitchen, but in this time the kitchen's already there. Now let's take a look at what we have in the kitchen here. I usually don't like to look too much into the nitty-gritty detail because there are things that I find it a little bit unpleasant to look at, such as the kitchen sink. But when you look at things like that, you just have to use a lot of imagination to know that you're going to change it anyway. So it really doesn't matter how bad it looks. The next room here is the family room. Surprisingly, the family room is very large, which is very nice because the larger the room is, the more versatile it is. So we can actually think about what exactly do we want to do with this room. One thing we're also thinking about is to change it and make it as a 4th bedroom. From a rental perspective, 4-bedroom is definitely better than a 3-bedroom. Simple math, right? So the master bedroom obviously is another add-on to the house. You can tell how it's actually being extended into the backyard area. It makes the bedroom actually much more spacious, which is good. This is one of the favorite room. It's kind of weird overall, but it has one element that I love, or every woman, or I hope every renter loves too, at least every female renter, is a walk-in closet. I did not expect to find a walk-in closet in this house, but no matter what shape it is in, it's always a thumbs up for me. Walk-in closet is good. So let's take a look at the backyard. And I can already see that if we put in a nice lawn with some landscaping elements, it's going to be a very comfortable backyard for a family to live in here. The retaining wall is leaning a little bit, and so we're going to have someone to come in to evaluate to see how bad the situation is. This item is going to be one of the biggest cost items for this project. We may fix the entire thing up front during the whole renovation, or it may make better sense for us to divide it up and fix it in maybe 1 or 2 years later, as long as, of course, it doesn't incur any safety issues. So this is 10 days into the project, and I'm doing a walkthrough with my general contractor, Saul. And I'm very excited and a little bit nervous to see what his team has done or discovered. So let's see what's in place for us. So I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but we had a sharp edge on the end of the wall last time. We have a beautiful closet now, and we don't see any of the edges or weird corners with the wall. Now let's look at the kitchen. So yeah, I can see it's all set up for new granite coming in.
We installed new plywood for granite, and we're gonna install new appliances and stuff.
Right. I'm not sure if you remember last time we have a drop ceiling. So if you look at where this cabinet is, you see how that section, about 2-inch or so of section of the wall, last time we have this whole section coming through on the ceiling. So let's see, one of my favorite room, the walk-in closet. Seems this is a little wider, is that true?
Yeah, we installed a wider door because the previous one was smaller. So since it's a walk-in closet, you want to get more space.
Right. Yeah, I remember last time it was a little bit tight, but this time feels actually pretty comfortable just, by looking at it. So yeah, great. Yeah. I still cannot believe it's only 10 days have passed. So that's great, it's awesome.
See right here, it had like a sag in the ceiling.
Wow.
And we opened up a hole and we found out that they never installed a header there.
Right.
So we installed a nice 4x8 header.
Okay, so it's kind of bad news, but it's very fixable. So, okay, so no non-issue now. Okay, good. We haven't done much on the backyard yet. We talked to the city inspector about it, and we're recommended to get an engineer who specializes in the retaining wall and to get a quote on it. So that's something I have on my plate to do. I'm very excited to see how does it look like another time when I come over, and the project is going very well. And once everything's stabilized, we're gonna have the city inspector to come in again to make sure everything is done up to code. Exactly. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Saul.
Thank you.
So here we are again. Let's see if you recognize this house. This is the new house, so to speak. And you can tell it's a completely different kitchen with a granite countertop, and we even have stainless steel appliances. For projects like this, when it comes to rental projects, we usually use white appliances to make it a little bit more standard, since we're not in terms of trying to sell it right away. So we upgraded the appliances as a result. Recessed lightings. Again, the drop ceiling is gone, and now we have these beautiful recessed lightings that make the kitchen look bigger and more open. So this is the fourth bedroom that we added. You can't really tell. It was a very odd-shaped room before. There's no floor, no nothing, and now everything is very comfortable. And this particular bedroom also has an extra entrance that people can come in. So again, we have our very nice walk-in closet. Before, if you remember, there was no flooring, and we added all these a nice pergo floor to make it very modern and clean. So the living room, check out the hardwood floor. It's as good as new. Remember, we had a very bad hardwood floor issue when we first came into the house. Now we refinished it, and we didn't spend a lot on it, and the hardwood floor is beautiful. So this is our new retaining wall. It's no longer leaning, and it's nice and solid and very stable. We put in a concrete retaining wall here to make sure that the back side here is very safe. The backyard, we seeded grass seed again. We didn't put in a lawn, so you can tell the grass is actually starting to grow up. So this is just a regular backyard, nothing too fancy or over the top about it. We usually don't spend too much money on landscaping a backyard unless it's a project that we are ready to resell right away. Again, we really need to watch the budget and make sure the cost and everything's under control. So this is our project. Again, for projects such as this, it takes about 1 to 2 months, and it costs between $10,000 to $40,000, depending exactly on what kind of material we want to put into the property. For a property in the Bay Area, it's always very desirable. For this particular one, it's on the north side of Berkeley, and that's north of San Francisco, and we don't expect to have any problem renting it. I hope you enjoy everything that we've watched so far, and the next thing I'm going to do is to go out and find more.